Yo, bro, it's that month, bro. It's that month, bro. Let's go. It's that time of the month, bro. Pause! It's spooky season. Bro, literally everything right now is about to be hype. Like, look, all the YouTube videos, bro, every single horror video about to be good as hell. Every single game, hopefully about to be good as hell. Literally everything, bro. Wait a minute, hold up. What's up, y'all? It's Prestige Zeno, and okay, this video, it's about to be like, cause you know it's October. We gotta get them quality videos, them scary ass videos. So basically, I got 3 videos from Llama Arts, bro. See, I know Llama Arts is like it's a big channel, and like with Mr. Nightmare and everything. But if they see this, bro, like, can I like react to more of y'all stuff? Like, I'm not trying to get in trouble, bro. Like, I don't even know if I can, but yo, if y'all see this, bro, y'all should let me like react to more of y'all stuff, bro, low key, cause y'all be posting heat. But yeah, I got three videos from Llama Arts that we about to react, and yeah, let's get it. Alright, this first one is called School Lockdown Stories Animated.
It was a typical boring day in calculus, only...
What? Nah, turn that off. What? Bro, why all this new stuff? Bro, I remember one... Hold up, pause. But bro, there was like, not even that long ago, someone was threatening to shoot up some schools next to me, bro. If you ever, like... Bro, if you can ever sit there and think to do that, something is seriously like wrong with you, bro. If you can literally think to shoot someone, a place of children, nah, you're weird.
It was a typical boring day in calculus, only it was Friday, 7th period, meaning the week was almost over and spring break would finally be upon us. So everybody was getting antsy in their seats, I could tell. We didn't have a test that day like a lot of my friends did with their other teachers, so our teacher in the middle of class just decided to start playing games with us on Sporcle.com. He was a very laid-back teacher like that. As we were doing some brand logo quiz on Sporcle, I remember the exact moment it happened. Right after my friend answered a question, I remember the exact answer too, Adidas. The dean's voice came through the loudspeaker. He sounded panicked and frantic as he told all the teachers this was not a drill and to go into lockdown. I actually got the chills and I got goosebumps on my arms as our usually laid-back teacher too seemed panicked as he ran to turn off the lights and ushered us to the back corner of the room. We all sat in silence for about 2 minutes, and then the usual buzzing that came from a panel in the back of the room ceased, indicating that the school must have cut all the power. We all looked at each other, realizing this must be serious. A few more minutes of waiting later, we heard a man screaming at the top of his lungs coming down the hallway. 2 girls in the class actually started crying, which made all of us even more scared. As the screaming got closer to the classroom, the lunatic-sounding man started banging on the lockers while screaming, "I'll kill all of you." It was at that moment that I started to fear for my life. My teacher shushed us as we all looked at each other to see our peers' reactions. The banging then moved from the lockers to our classroom door.
Nah, bro.
And that's when one of the crying girls screamed no. The banging on the door only grew worse as the man started screaming, "Open up." 2 of the girls in the class were crying out loud now. It felt like an eternity that man was pounding at the door. But eventually, he finally continued down the hallway, screaming like a mentally insane person, until we could not hear him anymore.
Probably is, bro.
I'd say 10 minutes later, though it felt like half an hour given the situation, the dean came back on the loudspeaker explaining the situation, which was surprising for him to do. He explained that some apparently mentally unstable person entered the building and assaulted the woman sitting at the front desk, causing her to flee the building screaming, and staff wasn't sure if the man was armed or not.
Oh.
Now this was before the school had cameras or could afford proper security, so the school was wide open to something like this happening. The staff had done—
Bro, your school doesn't have cameras?
the sweep of all the hallways and classrooms and couldn't find him, so the dean instructed the teachers to resume teaching but to keep all the doors locked and to not let any students leave for any reasons.
Bro, how do you—
The most disturbing part, however, is that one of the janitors working the night shift found the man sleeping in one of the storage closets near the back end of the school, and according to rumors that were spread by my peers, sticking out of his pocket was a .44 Magnum. The janitor must have done something stupid to wake him up, for example, leaving the closet door open, because by the time a police officer could arrive on the scene, the man was gone. My entire class, as far as I know, to this day, has no idea if this man was ever found, but I like to think that right now, he's being given the proper help that he needs.
She need more than some help, bro. Hey, man, I don't know, bro. If you can, like I said, bro, if you can shoot up with, like, you know what you're doing. Oh, shit. You know what you're doing. Like, you don't just shoot up a school and you're like, you don't know what you're doing, bro. You obviously know what you're doing. Like, I don't know, bro. You're just weird as fuck for that. Alright, but anyways, this next one is called True Gas Station Horror Stories. And someone's calling me. Hello?
Oh, you're still at the CC?
No.
Oh, nice shot. You're at the CC?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to go play basketball at the CC?
Let's go in the morning. Yesterday.
Maybe tomorrow I can go in fork.
Okay. Alright, but yeah. True Gas Station Horror Story. Let's get it.
One night last summer, two of my friends, Sam and Jake, convinced me.
Okay. I can't watch this, but let me tell you why. Just so y'all listen. I don't know why, but I have, like, okay. I have a pet peeve where if someone's nose, like, if you sound like this, bro, I don't know why, bro. It makes me want to fight you. Alright, this next one, I'm gonna find one more, but this next one is called Scary Field Trip Horror Stories Animated. Let's get it.
Back in high school, I took a mysteries and mythology type class, or something like that. I don't remember the name of the class. It basically just had to do with real life mysteries and creepy shit. I was into that kind of stuff.
Facts.
I was taking
That's
a class
me.
with a good friend, who I'll call Ben for this story. The teacher of the class took us on a field trip to a nearby abandoned village with an unknown past.
What?
The village was built in the early 1900s, but seems as though it had been quickly abandoned shortly after it was built.
I wanna go somewhere like that.
The bus ride there was about 20 minutes. All of us were glued to the bus windows as we pulled up some sketchy-looking, decrepit road cutting through dense forest. The road eventually led to a clearing. We were there. We stepped out onto the road, which had grass growing through the cracks. The grass surrounding was almost knee-high. Then there were the buildings. The tall, archaic brick buildings with the boarded-up windows all gave off such chilling vibes. The teacher lined all 20 of us up, counted heads, and then began leading the way. The point of this little field trip was to use the so-called skills we learned in class to see if we could put anything together about why the village may have been abandoned so long ago. Some of the buildings had holes in the walls to serve as entryways. There were even holes in the ground next to some of the buildings, seemingly dug to get into the basements of some of the buildings, which seemed creepy.
Yeah.
There was one building, though. It stood taller than any of the others. It just intrigued me the most. While the teacher was leading the group towards the village church, Ben and I decided to sneak off on our own to look for anything interesting. When we walked off in the direction of the tallest building, we saw a hole in the ground. It was dug by the back door of the building, which had been sealed off. In the hole was a ladder which led down to the concrete floor below. We both looked at each other and knew we had to do it.
Setting yourself
Ben
up.
climbed down first, then me. Luckily, this was just around the time Apple started putting flashlights on their phones, so we had a source of light. It was creepy down there. There were a couple of beer bottles, one graffiti tag on the wall, and dusty wooden planks everywhere. There was a wooden stairway which led up to complete darkness, since all windows and doors had been sealed shut from above. We had already gone as far as to enter the building, so we figured we'd go up the stairs too. I went first, and with each step, the creakiness of the 100-year-old wood made me feel as if I was going to fall through each and every step. Ben followed suit. This floor of the building was very tight. It seemed like there were many openings going off into different, smaller rooms. It was so dark in there, you would never even guess it was daytime.
There's, like,
Ben and I were honestly starting to get creeped out in there, and agreed to go back outside. But just then, there was a noise in one of the tiny rooms, like a big rock hitting the concrete floor. A normal instinct would be to run.
It's time to hightail it out of there.
But Ben and I froze, locked eyes for a moment, then both tiptoed over to the opening of the room.
How would you do
We shined the lights into the room and ran. We ran back down the stairs and then up the rusty ladder back outside. We caught up to the group out of breath. We didn't say anything though to avoid getting in trouble. One of our classmates asked us what was wrong. We told him we snuck into one of the buildings, and in one of the rooms, when we shined the light into it, we saw 3 guys standing maybe 10 feet away from the doorway, facing Ben and I in a weird formation, as if they were waiting for us.
Oh. Bro, that's just so
As we
weird,
continued following the group, we paid extra attention to the tall building we entered from the distance. And before leaving, we saw a person's face at one of the higher level windows that had not been boarded up.
Oh.
We never told the teacher in fear of getting in trouble.
What?
We didn't know what to think. Were those just homeless people living in there? Were they gang members in hiding? Ben freaks me out with his theory. He says they were ghosts of the people who once lived in the town. Still, the way the 3 guys were just hauntingly standing there so calmly, staring at us the moment we peeked our heads through that doorway, I still can't get that image out of my head. I may go back to that village one day, just to prove Ben's idea wrong.
How would you ever go in there by yourself, though? Alright, this last one is called True Camping Stories Animated. Let's get it. Oh yeah, bro, this is what y'all gotta do, bro. You know when you watching this video, so basically you gotta click out of this. There's this button down here. You just gotta... Yeah.
So me and a couple of my buddies went camping last summer alongside the Willamette River. We actually had a decent hike into the deep end of woods. We did some night fishing, listening to music, and basically drank to the point where everything was funny later in the night. I would guess we finally called it a night somewhere past 2 a.m. I shared a tent with one of my buds while the other 2 shared another tent. We heard them laughing about something. At first we laughed at the sound of their laughing, but it soon got annoying and we yelled for them to shut up. One of them responded, "It isn't us." I sat up, startled at the response. I came to realize that it was the sound of only one person laughing, and it didn't sound like either one of my friends.
Oh.
Even in my drunk
That's a
state,
crazy
I
laugh.
realized how odd it was for somebody to be out this far in the woods so late at night.
Bro, y'all 4D.
The laughing gradually got closer and louder
Beat
to our
his ass.
campout. My friend shot up and looked at me with a worried look on his face. I heard my other friends scream over to us that they were getting freaked out. As the laughing got even closer, I could make it out very clearly to be the laugh of a male, probably in his 30s or 40s. He sounded like he was as drunk as us, messing around with friends, but we only heard his laugh, nobody else. There was something indescribably creepy about his laugh too, as if it was missing something to it. You had to be there to understand what I mean. The laughing was now just at the edge of our campsite. But we couldn't hear any footsteps at all. Now that may not seem like a big deal. It was impossible to move through that without making noise. And finally, all of a sudden, the laughing stopped completely. We had no idea where whoever that was standing, as he hadn't made a single stepping sound. We sat there in silence looking at each other. My friend was clearly freaking out, but he was keeping it together the best he could. Finally, something broke the silence. The sound of something rubbing against the cottony fabric of the tent. We saw the outline of a hand through the moonlight, pressing on the tent. We both screamed at the top of our lungs before getting out of the tent. We ran as fast as we could through the woods, our other friends following us. After about 5 minutes of running, we somehow found our car.
Out of there.
I actually puked from running so much before taking the wheel. I don't condone drinking and driving, but I still believe we were just in this situation. By far the most horrific experience of my life. No idea who or what the hell that was, or what they wanted.
Imagine the whole time they were just drunk and imagining everything. Now that would be crazy. Alright, well that was three scary videos. Yeah, those videos are always so fun to make because, like, I don't know, it's like, bro, I just wish I could do stuff like that, bro. If I could make horror videos that weren't only video games, but in reacting to stuff, obviously. Like, y'all know what Antisepticeye? I'm not even gonna put a clip of that, because I just, like, bro. But y'all, if y'all know what Antisepticeye is, you know, bro. It's a Jacksepticeye, but he's, like, glitchy and weird. Like, bro, if I could do stuff like that, I'm telling you, every single one of my videos, I wouldn't even make gaming videos anymore, bro. Or, like, if I had an editor, I wouldn't, it would probably be, like, a little bit of games, and then a bunch of creepy shit all the time, bro. Like, I just wish I could do that so bad. But anyways, if you like this, make sure you punch that like button like Goku. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But anyways, I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace out, y'all.